Skin on My Teeth solo is one of the solos that I fear the most from Marty Friedman. I have such a hard time doing it, and it's so exhausting on the fingers, and I haven't really gotten it quite right. My only solace is that even Marty doesn't do it, exactly like he does on the record. It's not so much that the studio version is so clean and perfect, but it's just great takes and great vibrato. So anyway, but as hard as it is, it's also one of the solos that I'm proud of being able to play to some degree, and it really is one of his best ones. It's a good thing that it's the opener for this album, Countdown to Extinction, and I don't think the lead guitar gets any better anywhere in the album, and that's quite a statement considering the other solos in the album, like High Speed Dirt, Architecture of Aggression, Symphony and Foreclosure, all that stuff. It's just, well, the entire Countdown to Extinction is just a work of art, along with Euthanasia. So you start off with a bend to the A note, and then after that quick thing, by the way, this A note, it comes a little bit behind the bass playing an A note, so and this is a matter of rhythm, so as the beat goes, so even before this, just a bit after this note, so there is sort of a delay in playing this, and then you do a arpeggio shape here. This is the arpeggio shape of A minor, but what you do is so you start here. So it's not quite an A minor arpeggio because there is the presence of the B note. Anyway, that's what you do. And then this part, this is something that Marty does elsewhere in the Countdown to Extinction album. This is the first time he does it on record. First he plays this A note with a bend up, and then he hooks his own ring finger to the B string as well, and then as he releases the bend, he hits the B note instead of the E note. So it goes. When playing this a number of times, you're gonna be varying the way you do it, although the proper way is to just do it. But when you're playing it a lot, sometimes you're gonna be playing it like, the strings are gonna mix up somehow, or maybe that's just me because of my limitations technically. But anyway, after that, and then so that's just some quick, just something to, it's just a flurry of notes, to get to this note. So you do get to this A note, but still hit this a bit. And then so a regular blues bend, and then the next part is where the solo really starts to get good. He starts off with a minor and major third, and then on the E string he plays these notes, and then moves to a major third and the fourth, and then this long stretch, you know, play this B note, and then while pulling off to the 12th fret, you know, so that's a stretch of 7 frets. So you go down like this, and then, which sounds normal, right? And then, so what you play is, and then this part, it's sort of hazy for me. I don't quite remember the exact notes, but that's fine. You know, just do some bluesy stuff as you slide down. So. As long as you get to that point where, and then you can do pretty much anything as long as you stay in the A blues scale. Yeah, that's something Marty does. He just something like that. So from the top of this difficult lick. So you slide down. Actually, what Marty does is he just plays or something, but I like sliding down. And then you do some octaves here. You know, F sharp, G, A, and then, you know, just big bend. And then, yeah, I think what Marty does is that sometimes I just, you know, add this extra note. And then the next part is the key of the solo shifts from A to B, but even when the B note is playing, you do a quick sweep, an A minor sweep. Oh, because the B comes in just when you play the note, and before that. But that's really quick, and you know, I guess if you're, yeah, if you do this a lot, you're not gonna get all the notes right. The important thing is that you know those notes, the minor arpeggio notes, before making this bend. Yeah, this, you know, I just do whatever bluesy stuff. As long as you end with. So. So this is the most difficult part, at least in my opinion, and I never quite play it exact. Yeah, you're gonna hear just some sort of a semblance to it, but I'm not gonna do it the exact notes just because I couldn't exactly. So in order to play this part, in order to remember the sequence of notes, it would be best if you think of it in terms of bite-sized pieces. So the whole thing goes. But we're gonna learn it by bites. This is the first bite. Easy enough, right? And then that's the second bite. And notice that I play an upstroke for these two notes. It's the same motion. And then this second time you play it, you know, so the two halves of that are the same note. It's just that one time you play the A note here, and the second time you play And then the last bite would be. So all nullets. Yeah, but that's something I have a tough time doing, really. And then, yeah, what you do is, so you sort of treat it like a Mixolydian mode in B. Yeah, and your fingers are sort of, you know, crawling up the fretboard. And after that, you do, this is a part where you need Marty's own fast economy picking. So you do this shape. You know, it's a major arpeggio, 5th, 3rd, and 1st. So you start from the F sharp note. It's a B major note. It's a B major arpeggio. Yeah, that's the motion. Upstroke, and then downstroke for these 2 notes. So, and then down, and then down another fret, and then the last time, without, you don't bring it up anymore. It's, you end with a G sharp. So, and then from there, and then this one of the more exciting parts of the solo. So you do this shape. So you go up from the G string to the B string, and then go back up. Yeah, this is an easy shape to remember. You just remember it's the 14th and 17th frets. And, you know, your fingers don't change fret positions. It's just... So this part, you know, you sort of bar it in order to get this high A note, and then go back. That's only the first part of, you know, that passage. And the second part, you start off the same. At least that part. But what you do, instead of going back here, you actually just slide up a minor 3rd. And then you end it with... Get it? So... And then... Well, in this part, you know, you can just go crazy doing something on the E blues pentatonic scale. So... yeah, you can pretty much do anything, really. What I do is, when you play those notes, I do upstrokes for that. I don't know, it just feels wilder, and the timing is more, you know, well, it's not precise. It has sort of a floating feel to it, like a lot of what Marty does. So, yeah, he does something like... And and then he brings it up somehow, like as long as you get to this note. You get that? And then he does something, I'm really not sure what he does. I've tried listening, and this is what I hear he does. It sounds boring, right? But what I do personally is, and this is how I've been doing it for like 5 years already actually. It's just yesterday that I sort of changed the positioning, but this is how I've been doing it. So what I do is, so I repeat these notes and alternate with these notes. It's pretty hard to put, to get to that position when you're doing the rest of the solo, and I've never quite done it right. I've noticed that whenever I do play the entire solo, I somehow sort of make a mistake somehow, where my index finger is positioned like this a bit, and I'm hitting this G sharp note instead of the A a bit, or just barely a G sharp, almost an A. But yesterday, listening to it again, I figured I'd do this instead. This requires a 22nd fret on your guitar, so I do. So much easier to hit this note as opposed to. So and then the thing ends with this again, and then so you do this motion 3 times, but play a different note afterwards. So and then what I've been doing so far, and it's only been a day, is so this note I just pull off. It's just a pull off. But actually I think it would sound more solid if I do. If I make an upstroke, as I do for the notes on the B string. So that's, again,